Meet Daniel Holtzclaw, a 29-year-old police officer whose life took a dramatic turn. He was recently handed a staggering 263-year prison sentence after being convicted on 18 charges of sexual misconduct. These charges were brought against him due to accusations of assaulting 13 women. This case here had ignited a whirlwind of debate and controversy.
Remain silent. You understand that? Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court.
Now, before we dive into the thick of it, let's understand what those 263 years actually mean. You see, the average life expectancy in the United States is roughly 78 years. So, 263 years behind bars? It's like sentencing someone to 3 lifetimes in prison. While being questioned, Holtzclaw claimed to the investigator that he believed the person who accused him of all the allegations was driving under the influence. According to him, the driver appeared to be drunk and the vehicle was swerving, which led him to initiate a traffic stop.
A red Grand Prix or Grand Am in my right lane, in the outside lane, I'm in the inside lane. The car swerves, and so at the time I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a drunk person, or maybe he got excited because they saw a cop. So I kind of fall behind it, kind of drifting just a little bit, not crossing lane lines, nothing crazy.
Adding to the intrigue, the driver accused Holtzclaw of asking her to lift her shirt. In response, Holtzclaw stated he merely inquired if there was anything inside her bra. She then asked if he wanted her to show him, to which Holtzclaw replied in the negative.
That she's saying that you made her lift up her shirt, and when she lifted up her shirt, she exposed her breasts.
No.
Did you ever see
I asked her, is there anything inside your bra? And she said no. So I was like, okay. And she said, you want me to show you? And that's all the time I said, no, you don't need to do that.
The detective poses another intriguing question. Why did Holtzclaw log off? Holtzclaw's response is simple. He always logs off when he's done. However, the detective points out that this practice isn't safe for officers. If another officer requires backup, Holtzclaw won't be able to respond promptly.
Why'd you log off?
I always log off.
Aren't you supposed to stay logged on until you get home?
I always log off.
Do you keep your police radio on when you go home?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
you're
I
listening.
think I have my radio on, yes.
Do sometimes you turn them off?
Yeah, I do.
That's not good officer safety.
The detectives inquire about who was at Holtzclaw's home that night upon his arrival. Holtzclaw responds that his girlfriend was present. The detectives request her contact number, assuring him they won't inform her about the situation. They then proceed to ask further questions about her.
My girlfriend, Carrie Hunt.
You live with anybody else?
No.
Is she a policeman?
No, she's not.
Carrie Hunt?
Carrie Hunt.
What's her number?
You go through my phone?
Yeah.
Ultimately, the detective requests Holtzclaw to place his uniform in bags and issues him a different set of clothing. Holtzclaw will only regain his uniform and badge if it's confirmed that he's innocent.
Here is shorts and a shirt. I don't know if the shirt will fit inside. Before I call Carrie.
Yes.
You tried to have sex with Carrie.
I tried to have my girlfriend, yes. That was in my bed, yes.
Do you ever cheat on her?
No.
So it's only Carrie right now.
Carrie.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting. Did you know that the longest prison sentence ever handed down was a jaw-dropping 68 years? It went to a guy named Paul Geidel Jr. back in 1980. Now, Mr. Holtzclaw's sentence easily dwarfs that record.
Verdict seemed to be in proper order. This is in the District Court of Oklahoma County, State of Oklahoma, the State of Oklahoma versus Daniel K. Holtzclaw, case number CF 2014-5869. Verdict, count 1, sexual battery.
Ultimately, in December 2015, he was found guilty of numerous charges including rape, sexual battery, forcible oral sodomy, and other sexual offenses, all of which occurred while he was employed at the Oklahoma City Police Department. Moving on, in San Antonio, 2 police officers, Fondren and Martinez, found themselves in a scandal that made headlines. It all began when Fondren's wife walked into internal affairs one day in January. She had a troubling story to share. On Christmas night, there was a fight between her and Martinez, both off duty at the time. The argument escalated, leading to Fondren's wife getting arrested for assault. What made the situation worse was Martinez's behavior later that night. She, back on duty, repeatedly visited Fondren's wife in the holding cell, which was against the rules. Things took a disturbing turn when investigators found explicit text messages between Fondren and Martinez. These messages revealed their inappropriate desires and plans to engage in sexual activities while on duty. The discovery of these messages led to both officers getting fired. Despite the evidence, Fondren and Martinez claimed their conversations were fantasies. Despite their denials, arbitrators upheld their indefinite suspensions, effectively ending their careers in law enforcement. Police Chief William McManus stood firm in his decision, asserting that such actions on duty could not be tolerated. The case hinged on 160 pages of explicit text messages provided by Fondren's then-wife, revealing not just their affair, but also their plans to have sex while on duty. Their scheme involved disabling GPS units on their patrol vehicles to conceal their rendezvous points, including a Home Depot parking lot and Martinez's friend's home. Martinez tried to downplay the messages, labeling them as fantasy talk and sexting. However, records contradicted her claims. For instance, on a morning in question, she delayed almost 20 minutes in responding to a call for a disturbance with a knife, raising doubts about her commitment to her duties. The attorney representing both officers remained silent about the arbitrator's decision, leaving the future uncertain for Martinez and Fondren. Although they might choose to appeal the decision in state district court, the San Antonio Police Department received no such notification, indicating a firm conclusion to this troubling chapter in the city's law enforcement history. Next up, we have the case of Officer Francesco Marlet, a Prince George's County police officer who, as it turns out, found himself in hot water after a rather passionate encounter caught on social media. But this kiss is not just any kiss, no. This kiss led to a series of events that could rival any soap opera.
Como nos gustan los pies a nosotros. Mira, pisando estamos.
The video of Officer Marlet locking lips with a woman who isn't his wife and then mysteriously slipping into the back seat of his squad car with her quickly went viral, gathering over 1 million views. Can you believe it? The power of the internet, turning a private moment into a public spectacle. This scandal sparked an investigation by the Prince George's County Police Department, and it didn't stop there. Paula Marlet, Officer Marlet's wife, had something to say. She revealed that their marriage had hit a rough patch, but she had hopes of getting through it all. But her words for the woman kissing her husband, Virginia Pinto, were sharp and fiery. She accused Pinto of being easy and didn't hold back in calling her dirty and telling her to rot in hell on a Facebook post. Moments afterward, the video captures them strolling from the front of the squad car toward the back passenger door, with the officer gently rubbing the woman's shoulder. Following that, the woman opens the car door, and both of them enter. The video is somewhat disrupted as an unrelated man approaches the camera lens. But the story doesn't end there. Virginia Pinto, the woman in the midst of this storm, responded publicly, not denying the affair. In fact, she dropped a bombshell. Their secret liaison had been going on for 2 whole years. Can you believe that? 2 years of undercover romance? And if you thought one video was enough, a second video emerged, showing Pinto sneaking into a squad car believed to be Marlet's. The drama just keeps on unfolding. But here's the twist in Officer Marlet's story. This isn't his first rodeo in the world of legal troubles. He was once indicted on child abuse and assault charges back in 2016, though those charges were dropped and his record expunged. And earlier this year, he faced suspension for a month due to domestic violence charges. It seems like Officer Marlet's life has been a roller coaster of controversies. This scandal has painted a negative picture for the Prince George's County Police Department, and Chief of Police Malik Aziz made sure to address it. He emphasized that he expects every officer to conduct themselves in a way that does not dishonor the agency or the county. He took this matter very seriously.